The common 38 caliber pipe gun, pistol or pipe rifle variant is one of the most common guns in the game. The standard variation will drop constantly and never really elevates itself above the rank of shitty plinking gun for killing or failing to kill rad roaches. In fact, early game you'll only be using this shit pie of a gun to conserve your other, more valuable, more effective ammunition. Very soon you will likely bin it all together. Even by level 5 to 10 you'll be finding this gun is performing worse than a nervous teenager on a porn movie set. Where this gun is vastly underestimated, however, is its ability to become godlike if you are lucky enough to find one with a great legendary talent and combine that with suitable combat perks. And you guessed it, one of the best talents is explosive. By the way, the explosive legendary effect is bullets explode on impact, doing 15 points area of effect damage. This gun will most likely drop off a legendary enemy, and it's basically down to luck as to when or if you get one. Because of the gun's lightweight, the 38 round being light, super common ammo, the fast rate of fire and general all-round ease of modding, the best way to think about this gun is as a legendary effect delivery system. The base damage from each bullet is always going to be on the low side, but combine this with each bullet delivering the right legendary effect, this gun turns into a monster. Basically, to optimise the explosive weapon talent, you want a delivery platform that fires as many little bullets as possible, each carrying the biggest fucking explosion possible, as fast as possible. And the automatic pipe rifle is the most effective way to do it. On top of all this good stuff, the gun is what I consider a gun for life, because it scales well as you level up. It's bloody brilliant at low level, but at level 100 plus, with all the right perks and mods, it behaves like a fucking chain gun on an Apache helicopter, using the cheapest, lightest ammo in the game. Is it the best gun in Fallout 4? Well, no. For long range alpha strike sniping, you're better off with, say, a Gauss rifle. For close quarters combat, you're better off with, say, a shotgun. But for mid-range combat, it's superb. Cheap to run and a pleasure to use. So what are the pros? 38 ammo shits from the sky. You can often keep this gun refueled on the fly by constantly looting more ammo from the mobs you kill. Playing on survival mode, where guns and ammo weigh you down, having one of the best mid-range firearms in the game, which uses super lightweight bullets, which you can constantly pick up off of corpses, is pure excellence. It can effectively shoot round corners, shoot the ground near where someone is hiding, and the splash damage will flush them out or fuck them up. The explosive damage has area of effect, and this area gets bigger with investment in the demolition perk, which can also increase the explosive damage. This area of effect has two massive benefits, in that you can often harm multiple enemies with each round, and it also seems conspicuously good for shooting up the legs and crippling your enemies. And let's face it, once you cripple the legs of certain enemies like Deathclaws, the threat is entirely neutralised. The explosive effect also seems to stagger a lot of targets, adding crowd control on top of the already devastating attack. So, what about the cons? Well, keep your distance for fuck's sake. The explosive component of the damage has area of effect, which only gets bigger the more perks you invest. Therefore, applying the logic of science, if you shoot some skanky raider bitch in the face at point blank range, you will do as much damage to yourself as you will to her meth-addled face. So be careful. Using this gun well in enclosed environments requires a bit of finesse. If you enter a confined space and hose everything down like fucking Rambo at close range, sure, you will fuck up the enemies, but you will probably also fuck up yourself, ignite every inflammable or explosive thing in the room, and not to mention fling every last little bit of lootable scrap into the corners of the known universe. If you are a meticulous looter and scavenger, or you just don't enjoy blowing yourself the fuck up, you will definitely want to put this gun away at times, in favour of a more conservative choice of weapon. So optimising the gun. The pipe gun comes in and can be modded to different variants. It can be a pistol or a rifle, and both can be either semi-automatic or fully automatic. To maximise the accuracy, damage output, and let's face it, your own safety, I suggest you configure this weapon as a fully automatic silenced machine gun. Suppressor, long barrel, stock, scope, and the biggest magazine you can build. It can certainly hit things at long range with careful tap fire, but this weapon is a mid-range master. At long range it's weak, at close range it's suicidal, at mid-range however it's a goddamn boomstick. Optimising your perks. Rifleman or gunslinger or commando, depending on whether you have it as a rifle, a pistol or submachine gun. Get all the way as soon as possible. I strongly recommend it being used full auto, so commando is the perk for maximum optimization. Demolition expert. This is essential. Maxing this perk out gives double explosive damage and increases the area of effect too. Bloody mess. The classic Fallout perk. Free damage and exploding eyeballs. If slapping face pizzas onto nearby walls is your thing, this perk is the gentleman's choice. Gun nut. This is essential for any firearms based build in Fallout 4. If you're going to use guns, you want to be able to modify them to the maximum, so get gun nut. Mr. Sandman, when you're getting close to high enough gun nut level to make suppressors, I strongly recommend getting Mr. Sandman. It just piles on the sneak attack damage, which is what you want. You want your opening shot to be a total sneak nuke shot burst. Similarly, Ninja. This is another great choice for a big sneak attack opener. Concentrated Fire isn't a bad choice for use in VATS, and obviously better criticals and critical banker are awesome for any weapon user, as well as any perks that boost criticals, weapon damage, accuracy, you know the drill. Basically, add the perks as you level, and as you mod the gun. But Demolition Expert is the prime mover on this weapon. You need Gun Nut to mod the gun, and then the optimizing weapon perks after that. So in conclusion, don't be fooled by the fact that this little pipe gun drops from the start of the game, and when you first encounter it, it's basically a bag of piss. If you find one of these with the explosive effect on it, then you are sorted for life. If you set the gun up right, set your perks up right, and know its strengths and weaknesses, once you get hold of this gun, you can take it everywhere, and the gun will scale up as you level up, and you will never leave home without it. Happy hunting.